Channel of QOTD, and today we're going to learn for the Pure Mathematics 1 for A levels, and it's going to be Unit 2, Chapter 2, Sequences and Series. And today mainly we're going to be talking about 4 sum formulas. One of them is going to be sum of all of our values from 1 to n, and one of them is going to be sum of all our values from 1 to n, and then r squared, and then the last one is going to be for cubic sum. And then what we're going to do today is we're going to briefly go through these formulas because they're really easy, and you can prove it if you just increase power by 1 because you're adding them, So okay, let's start off with the formulas. These are the formulas you basically have to remember. So the first one is I equals 1 to n for all 1 values. That's just going to be n because you're just adding it. So that's really straightforward.
You're just adding ones n times.
Yeah, you're just adding 1 plus 1 plus 1 until you add to n. Because 1 here is a constant. It doesn't really change based on I. So we don't really have to care about this in this case. So we're going to go on with the next one. So here is the next one. I'm going to write it here because he did not write it. So it's n on top is 1 to n and then 4r. So this is different because r is a variable and it changes based on the position. So this is essentially going to be 1 plus 2 plus 3 and a plus all the way until n. And you probably already know the formula is just equals to a half of n multiplied by n plus 1. And this is what you should have already known, so we're not going to go deeper into that. And then the next one you probably haven't seen before is the r squared. That is something new. And so basically, essentially, we're adding from 1 to n. But for r squared, that's r. So essentially, we're adding 1 to the power of 2 plus 2 to the power of 2 plus 3 to the power of 2 plus 4 to the power of 2. And you can prove this by doing the normal cubic sequence where you find the original formula. But then you can prove that yourself in the comments, and let's see if you get it right. And I might answer you in the comments if you do post something. So do that. And the formula for this is going to be a sixth, and stop laughing, Raymond, multiplied by n plus 1, and then entire thing multiplied by 2n plus 1. So that is going to be the sum of r squared. Yes. And the last one you need to know is from 1 to n, but for cubic r. And this one you can solve it for the fourth power sequence rule. You can also do that in comments, and do that. And the formula for this is a fourth n squared multiplied by n plus 1 squared. And they're really simple. You just have to memorize them, and perhaps in future lesson we'll be using them. And I'll see you next lesson. Make sure to follow up with the lessons and leave a like and subscribe. I know this lesson is really fast, but then what can you do about it? Okay, bye bye. No, I didn't pause the video.